Warning, this video is for entertainment purposes only. The Lazyboys Night episode you are about to watch may contain the following: sarcasm, story embellishment, exaggeration of facts, controversial comments, debatable observations, opposing opinions, various points of view, sensitive subjects, observational humor, playful banter, sexual innuendos, ignorant recollection of actual events, subtle references to source material, not so subtle references to source material, and many other remarks that could piss you off. If you do not find this video entertaining, then you are taking life way too seriously. If you have a complaint about any episode, please book an appointment with a therapist. That's Dude.
That's Dude.
And
welcome to Lazyboys Night Camping Edition
Part 2.
Oh,
That's a lot to say. Ooh.
Look at that.
That looks like a breakfast beer.
You think?
It looks like one. Look at it. This is the
it could be
Hopcopter double dry hopped pale ale from the Stray Dog Brewing Company. And you can see the little chopper looks like a hop on it. A Hopcopter. Yeah.
There it is. There's the image right there.
All right. So,
that smells awesome.
in case you're wondering, getting deja vu, we were camping and forgot to bring extra clothes, so I still wearing the same t-shirt.
I was going to say, I'm happy you brought it up. Because I was going to say, are you wearing the same t-shirt? And they realized, I'm wearing the same t-shirt too.
We were so concentrated on bringing the proper beers, we forgot to bring
I need to change
clothes.
my shorts, man. I'm still wearing the same stuff
Okay,
as
I brought
yesterday.
underwear at least.
Well, no, we're not going to get in that conversation. But I'm just saying, I went to bed, don't care. I got up and I changed my shirt at least. I got that. But a t-shirt, I couldn't care less, man.
Well, we are in beautiful Morin Heights, Quebec, camping
it's a gorgeous,
and
gorgeous
enjoying
day.
this beautiful fall day and
Sweet.
what looks like a sweet beer.
So we'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's just two guys talking. There they go again, saying anything. Talking about nothing. Nothing new to say. Talking anyway. So much to review. So let's have a cold brew. A cold brew. Everybody's talking. It's not anything. No one's listening. Talking about nothing. They're all yammering. I can't hear a thing. Nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew.
Oh, not a breakfast
It's
beer.
not a breakfast beer.
Nope.
It's got a bit of a bitter finish, but I'm getting a little citrusy too.
Beer snob.
I am getting the citrus, not the snob part.
The one thing that I find at this point that personally I'm the snobbiest, I don't even know how to say it properly. The snobbiest part of being a beer snob is the fact that I enjoy beers in glasses now more than
I rarely drink out of the can anymore. I know.
I used to not care, but now, and it's funny because even when I go to someone else's house as a guest, people say, I know you like drinking beer out of a glass. I automatically get a glass with my beer now. I'm like, okay, now I know I've officially become a beer
When
snob.
my father-in-law comes, he's a big beer guy, and it's always, I pull out the glasses too, and he's like, oh, cheers. And now when I go to my in-laws, the same. Is it? Would you like a beer for it? And get the,
And I find you get the full body of it. You get the smells that you don't normally. If you're just drinking out of the can, you won't get the smell. But sometimes, you know what? You're somewhere, somebody just offers you a beer. That's fantastic too. I'll have it. I'm not that much of a snob where I'm going to say no to a beer if I don't have a glass.
It's in a can.
But I'm just saying, even when we're camping,
pedestrian.
we still have beer in a glass.
Camping glass. All right, Dude. It's time for a crappy leaf of mystery. In case you missed the last
There's
episode.
a huge piece of bark that just fell through the trees right there.
Did it hit Dude?
No.
Oh, I see it.
He's laughing though. He's all crouched down. Are you okay?
Dude's just off camera and he looks a little scared now.
Traumatic.
So the squirrels are trying to get him. So we had asked mosquito. We'd asked Dude to write down a bunch of crappy questions on leaves. So we have the crappy leaves of mystery, and we picked a nice red one last time.
Which one?
This is the one we did last time. This is the lovely red one here.
Pick that one then. That yellow one. Pick the yellow one.
You want the yellow one?
Yeah.
All right. It's a lovely yellow one. It says,
Can you actually read that?
oh God, this so he had to use
Yes,
a
it
pen.
was
We didn't have a
super small,
marker.
too.
I know. It says,
You want me to read it?
no, it says, what's the best prank you've ever pulled on someone,
Okay.
and the best one pulled on you?
Oh.
All right, what's the best
damn.
prank you've ever pulled on one, and the best one pulled on you?
Hmm.
I've got a lot of little ones in mind. Some funnier than others. I
Okay.
remember
Call it if it's on you or that you've
All
put
right.
on someone. You have to call
on
it.
someone.
Yeah.
A couple ones, and I learned these from my uncle. Are you familiar with the short sheet?
Oh, yeah, very much.
If
so.
you're not familiar with the short
I've done
sheet,
it many times before.
here's what you do: undo someone's bed, take the top sheet, the bottom part of the top sheet, bring it all the way to the top of the mattress, so it looks like the fitted sheet, and then just fold it over so that your bordered edge, which is normally your top of the sheet, it kind of folds back on itself. So what happens is, when people get in bed, they can't stick their feet past a couple feet because they're on top of the sheet
Your
and
legs
folded in
literally
it
just
like a
block
little
right
taco,
there.
and you're
like,
stuck
what the
in there.
hell, man?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So I was on a road trip, a convention with a buddy, and I short sheet him one night, and he's like, "What? He can't understand what's going on," and I'm laughing my butt off. But we're a road trip for several days. The next day, I do it to him again. Now he's looking at me, and he's like,
So this, not the same day, or the second
the
day.
second
you're
day,
doing the
I do.
same
So what
thing.
what does he do? He sticks his arm out and does this, and I thought I'm busted. But he's not a very tall guy. His arms are that long. He didn't hit the bottom of the fold. So he's thinking it's all good now. It's like, and he gets in and he's like, oh God. So I get him the second time. Now on the third day, he doesn't trust me anymore. And at one point, he's like, he's got to go to the bathroom, and he's like, yeah, I'm watching you. And I'm like, I got to mix it up. So instead, and the funniest thing was the look on his face because he couldn't understand how I did it. All I did, because the bed was all made up, I just grabbed the mattress and I rotated it 180 degrees. So the head's at the feet and the feet's at the head, but it's all perfectly made up. And he's in the bathroom for like 45 seconds, just a quick whiz. And he comes back out and he looks at it and he's like, how did you make the bed so quickly? and he spent the whole night, he's like, you got to tell me how you did it. How did you? And he just can't understand that I just rotated the damn thing on the hotel bed mattress.
That's actually pretty good.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And another one which I actually pulled on dude. Sorry, boys camping, and this is one my uncle taught me. He goes, you go through people's luggage, and just pick a few pieces of clothing. You don't want to do everything, because it's funnier the longer it takes. I stitched the bottom of one of his jeans shut, and just let it be. We're camping. I hear nothing of it. Blah blah blah. About 6 months later, dude calls me and he's like, did you stitch my pants? He hadn't worn those jeans in like 6 months, and he's trying to put it on, and your leg goes all the way to the bottom, and then you're just like, what the?
That's a prank that paid off long term.
The long game.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard.
That's awesome.
Now, the worst I've ever received, this was actually a little traumatic.
Okay, no, not all about you, man. I got
Okay, give the ones you've done first, then we'll talk about the ones you received.
No, actually, I want to talk about one that I received.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to flip it over.
Flip it in.
When I was in my teen years, my father decided that a good prank would be to take. It was a Halloween mirror, okay, but on the back side there's a little speaker on there, and when you would pick up the mirror, when light would hit it, it was light activated. The mirror would laugh at you.
Like
So it's
a mocking laugh or like a horror
mocking laugh, like.
Okay, so like a spooky Halloween laugh.
So
Okay.
you picked it up, and the mirror would go. So the first time was like, okay, this it freaked me out because you're just picking up your mirror. You're not expecting it to actually, laugh at you.
Yeah.
But here's the prank. Because it was light activated, we started hiding this mirror all over the house. So whoever would prank, let's say I got pranked one morning where I opened up the fridge, early morning, open up the fridge, and the light from the fridge activates the mirror. So as I'm opening up the fridge,
I can see that getting you off guard, being spooky.
so then when I got pranked, so it was my turn to prank it. So we put it in showers, like when you turn on the light, it would come out from the shower, or if you put it in somebody's bedroom, you put it in places where you can't see it, but just the light was activated. And this went on for months. So we got to a point where we're getting PTSD, man, from this mirror. You'd walk into a room and you were waiting for it, and when it didn't, you're like, okay, where is it? So you would always spend your time, every single time you'd walk into any room, it could be at any time of day or night, you'd always wait for that. And at one point, it lasted for weeks. There's nothing for weeks. We're going, okay, who was the last one to get pranked? And it took weeks. I'm talking like at least 3 to 4 weeks before the next one happened. And it was in the fridge where you don't expect it, and it just kept on going and going. And I can't even remember how it stopped or if it even stopped. In my mind, this thing went on forever. But that was so brilliant, just the fact that we passed it on from prank to prankster.
You know what you should do? See if you can find one. And next time you visit your parents,
well, I can't now. We're talking about it on this. I have to do it before this airs.
All right, so order one like on Amazon now,
and
get it tomorrow. Drop it in your parents' fridge when you visit them, and that's really good, man.
But that was a continuous like payback, and it wasn't a mean prank, right? It was just
no, it's funny.
It's funny, and like I said, PTSD big time.
It's a jump scare.
Yep,
that's good. That's good.
Did you have something else?
The one I received, which was actually horrible. I don't know how many viewers out here have an older brother.
Oh, he does.
Yeah. Older brothers can sometimes be
older.
Yeah,
happens.
I'm
older brothers sometimes
let's just say they can be all right. And yes, it's been censored. I don't care. So, I'm 5, little dude, little 5-year-old dude, impressionable. We're at the cottage. And
this doesn't sound like it's going to be funny, man.
Well, it was funny to him. It was traumatic to me. It's funny. I can laugh about it now because if I don't, I would cry.
Oh my God.
So we're around the campfire at the cottage. Excuse me.
Oh, that was well brought up.
Too bad you aren't.
There we go. It's not old. It has to be appropriate. Every time you let yourself go, I will say it.
Okay. So my brother's telling this story about there was a woodsman just in these woods, wherever the cottage was, of course.
This is going to be long.
No, not really. Okay. He's chopping a tree, and at one point a little cute baby bear cub came by, and he looked at he pet the baby bear cub, and you're not supposed to do that, but he did it anyways, because it was so cute. Then he went back to chopping that log. Now, Mama Bear was nearby, and he didn't know it. She didn't like him touching the baby cub. So as he's about to do his downswing, Mama Bear roars up and rah to scare him, and of course, with the swing, he missed, and he chopped his own foot off. Mama Bear left him there as a lesson. Now, the guy survived, and he swore vengeance on every bear cub he could find. So he would still roam these woods with an axe, looking for little bear cubs to kill. Not particularly scary, but for a 5-year-old, you're like, okay.
That's traumatic, man.
That's not the traumatic part. After this story, it's bedtime. So the cottage is just 30 feet away. I go to the cottage myself. My parents, I bet I'll go. And I open the closet door to grab my pajamas and put them on. And hanging in the closet is a pair of overalls with a painted volleyball where the head should be. So there's a little face painted on it. One arm it's hanging with like coat hangers, the metal wired ones. One hand is up like this, holding a hatchet. The other one is curled like this, and my teddy bear is in the arms here, and there's only one boot hanging off one of the legs. The other leg has no foot there. So little 5-year-old me opens this closet door and sees this life-size thing with my teddy bear and a hatchet. Ah!
Holy frick, man.
To this day, ask my wife, closets with sliding doors.
What? You're married?
I am.
Since when? Did you know he was married?
Why don't you? I got married.
You have to share this kind of stuff.
I know. Anyways.
Holy jeez.
Sliding closet doors.
So you didn't know either.
Can I finish my story?
No, I'm shocked right now.
Sliding closet door is not an issue.
Drop stuff like them on that. Oh my
Closet
God.
doors that open with a regular door, to this day, I leave them all open because I still have anxiety opening a closet door. So once I leave it open because I can see there's nothing in it, and it drives my wife nuts. Yes, I'm married. It drives my wife nuts because I always leave the closet doors open in the house. So that's the prank I was on the receiving. I know, it's horrible.
Wow, you'd realize
Thank you, big brother.
Right now, or nobody's laughing right now, or They're kind of traumatized
All right, tell them a
themselves.
funny one.
So, right now, the word you used to describe your brother wasn't appropriate. It would have to be way more than just being a penile.
A penile?
Oh yeah, because you don't have to censor penile, but the other, you
Is
did.
penile?
Being a penile.
Penile's not a noun.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Penile,
Are you really going
penile's
to
an adjective.
deconstruct this? I'm trying to be nice about it. Not to your brother, your buzz.
Anyways,
matter, whatever.
tell a funny one.
All right, this is a story. I was going to use one of mine, but I thought this one was way better. And again, it involves Dude.
Oh, this is the best.
So this is a prank that Dude played on ex-roommates. When they were roommates at the time, but they're no longer roommates anymore. So it doesn't matter. But these roommates would always come in on a regular basis, come in drunk and loud, and they were big-time partiers.
Yeah.
Dude had to work the next day. He was not in that time in his life where he was partying on a regular basis. So he kept asking him, can you guys tone it down? I'm trying to sleep here. And constantly, and when they're drunk and they're coming in, blah blah blah, they don't care. So he says, you know what? I'm done with this. So he said, tonight is the night. It's payback.
And
So-
what a payback.
So what he did is this. This is the setup. In the washroom, he went in, and on the toilet, we've seen this prank often, right? But you'll see where this pays off. He put cellophane, right,
Yeah.
over, so it looks transparent.
over
right?
the bowl, but under the
to it.
seat?
Exactly.
So, and it's stretched taut, so you can't see the creases. You don't know it's there.
Right? So now you know, you don't know what that is. He just explained it to you. The next thing he did is he undid the light bulb. Okay, so if you're flicking, the light's not coming on. The other thing he did was a door handle, so you could open it from one side. When you close the door, on the other side was unscrewed, so when you come to open up, the door handle would stay in your hand. So
You're
essentially,
trapped in the bathroom.
in the middle of the night, you're drunk, you're going for your last whiz before you go to bed. You walk in, there's cellophane on the toilet, so you're doing your business not in the toilet, but on. You can't turn on the light, but you still have to go, and then when you come to leave in a dark room where you just pissed everywhere, the door handle stays in your hand.
But
Wait, so this is what happened with that trick, well, that prank. Multi-leveled prank.
bravo, dude.
So they come in as expected, drunk, loud, right? But one of them had to go for a deuce, right? In a rush. So the beer sometimes shakes up your system. You have to go like right away. So commonly known as the squirts, run, okay? Goes into the bathroom in a rush. So closes the door, comes to sit down. You know when you have, as soon as you sit down, it comes out, you have no control. That happens.
And the cellophane's right there. So it's like sitting
You don't
on
have to describe it so much. You're gonna make me throw up myself. Okay, so I'm gonna tell this story. Don't go into details. Ugh. So you have to imagine at this point, the light is not on. It's dark. He just pooped himself like it's. Anyways, if this is too much, you can turn it off. But the rest of you listen. So that nastiness made him throw up. But he first instinct, right, for everybody is where am I going to throw up? In the toilet. But
it's all
you can't.
right there.
It's right there.
Sitting on the
fine.
cellophane.
So throwing up into his own poop. So losing his mind, freaking out, because now this mess is happening, and he knows it's happening, but he can't really see it. It's just a light
He
from the
just smell
hallway
it
or
though.
whatever. But it just comes to leave the room, and the door handle stays in his hand.
And now he's stuck there with
Oh, okay, stop. I thought it was funny, but I'm telling it now, and I'm nauseous. Ugh. So that paid
Dude.
off. Bravo.
bravo.
That was an awesome payback. I don't want to think about this ever again.
All right.
I'm sorry that, but
So-
I thought it was one of, we were talking about pranks and everything like that.
That's the king.
That
That's
was
the king of
awesome,
pranks.
Awesome.
So tell us what prank you've pulled or has been pulled on you. Like, share, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff.
And as you've noticed right now, if you're watching it like right now, there's no commercials. If you're watching it later, there's maybe commercials. If there's commercials, it's because we got more subscribers. If we got more subscribers, I'm thanking you right now for the future use. Got that? Anyways,
I'm going
thank
to
you.
smile and nod.
Just let it go. So don't forget, you can make comments. Please subscribe. Share. You know, it's all about caring is sharing, right? So if you care about us, share. We want to get those people out there so, you know, we can see what we're doing and we can keep doing these shows.
See you next
So
Thursday.
next thing cheers. See you next time.